If coveting is a sin, one team here might need to ask for forgiveness, sitting just outside the rankings and wanting what their opponent today has, a spot in the top 25. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Auburn Tigers, taking on last year's national champions, the Ohio State Buckeyes. 48 Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Tigers' long wait is coming to an end as they'll put a foot to it and the season will get underway. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes and they'll stop him at the 16. Gives it on the option. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Let's talk just for a second about Ohio State. They're coming off a national championship win last year, but you got to think this group of seniors isn't satisfied with stopping there.
No, they have tremendous leadership, and this coaching staff, too. That was the one priority in the offseason, fighting complacency, staying hungry to try and chase another title.
And it's hard to do, but you got new pieces and new places and new faces, which is awesome. So it's a lot of guys that haven't won that championship, that want to fight for it, that are hungry, and now you mix them with some guys that have also won. It's a good recipe.
Looking to pass. It's St. Clair. Picked off, and the opening drive is stuck with an interception. He was looking for room to return that, but he'll just hand it to the offense. They'll take over at the 18. First down, operating in the red zone and doing it in a den of noise. He's got it. They will score. Touchdown, Tigers. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. And he's going to bring this one out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Quarterback now breaking the field. Makes the grab. It's Peoples. He's loose. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
One of the things I love about this running back is his versatility. He's not just good running the football, but he can catch it as well, and he can make things happen with the ball in his hands. Nice job by the quarterback, getting through the progression, getting it out to his guy, and he does the rest, and that generates a huge play.
Inside the 40-yard line and out of bounds at the 39.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Tackle is made at the 33. It's about a 5-yard pickup, and that'll be enough for a first down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Dropping back, it's St. Clair. Finds his man, it's Smith. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
And the Buckeyes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll try to get outside. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Well, short yardage situation, they decide to go with the toss play. And nice job up front, getting a little bit of push. That's all they needed to get that first.
The Buckeyes pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They'll throw it from the red zone. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Dropped after a pickup of 4 down to the 16. The Buckeyes are threatening in the red zone. The give on the option. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker. And the field goal unit will stay put as the head coach decides to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost. No problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. But the offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He's got great speed. Got a little room. Can they catch him? He will score! Touchdown, Tigers! He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space, great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can roll. And you could see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
And he's not going to take the touchback. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Makes the grab. It's ball. Pours that shoulder, delivers the blow. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Back to pass, it's St. Clair. Pressure coming. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
Well, he did what he was coached to do, and he threw it away, but you can see he's frustrated with himself. He knows he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, and I think he's wishing he had that play back, because he might have been able to take off and scramble, and who knows what could have happened for the offense.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wants to go up top. Pocket breaking down. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. And the Buckeyes are marching down the field. Wants to go up top on first down. Snagged out of the air. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Draw play, quarterback keeps it. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down. The Buckeyes may be leaders in the modern game, but this has an old-school, vintage Buckeye feel to it when they move the ball on the ground.
And Ohio State's done it year after year, and it's player after player. But this university recruits at such an elite level. They find dudes, and it's easy to run the football when you've got some dudes.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw, it's St. Clair. Got it in the middle, it's Tate. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Now on second down. The give from the gun. They make the stop, give him 3 yards on the carry. Ball's at the 24.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
And you just got to wonder if the pass rush affected the QB's accuracy on that throw. He had his guy wide open in the end zone, but he had to throw it a split second faster than he wanted to, and the ball got away from him.
On fourth down, they're taking to the air. It's caught. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down. To the air on first down. And here's a fumble way behind the line. The offense very fortunate to get that ball back.
Great job by the defense forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
The Buckeyes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. To the air, it's St. Clair. Going for it all. And it's incomplete, going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their head. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
Right down the boulevard. It's good. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Ole Miss is down, but they are not out of it. not when that crowd spent the morning in the Grove getting ready for this one. Let's see how those fans impact the rest of this game. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to USC. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Leaves it with the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. Looking for a man. It's Knight. Got it in the middle. It's Robinson. There he goes. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another 1st down. Handoff from the gun. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Oh, big fella almost had a pick right there. Instead, it falls incomplete.
Oh, that hit him in a bad spot, right in the hands. Great play. You still get a pass breakup. Man, that could have been an interception by the defender there. Nice break on the football, but secure that big fella and get the 6. Get the pick 6.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Robinson. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. Guys, you never want to sound the upset alert bell too early, but might be time to at least know where the button is for it.
Know where the button is, and listen, there's no need to panic yet, but if you're the unranked team, just like this, when you're playing a better team, you want to come in and you want to hang around. Hang around, Jesse, and they're doing just that, staying in this game and have a lead.
Yeah, the unranked team, they've been playing with more intensity in this one. And I think if you're a leader right now on the ranked squad, you've got to be talking to your guys and waking everybody up. This coaching staff is going to have to make some halftime adjustments, but they're going to have to give an earful to their guys to come out here in the second half and start making some plays.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. They'll move the tight end. They'll try the run. Got the 1st down. Looking for more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Tigers kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. To throw, it's Knight. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
When they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field, you saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Running to the left. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Hang on, Swoopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
Really nice 3rd down sub-defense there at that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass. They're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback. Now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Wants to throw on first down. Moves away as he feels pressure. Trying to get rid of it. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Buckeyes will kick it off to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. They'll open the second half with a run. They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line. Pick up a 4. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw, it's Knight. Makes the catch, it's Robinson. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I'll tell you what, really good job by the defense, having vision on the quarterback. And as soon as he threw that football, man, they broke on the football right away, didn't waste time, and got the running back on the ground for no gain.
They're going to run it. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
On fourth down, looking for the completion. Throws for the tight end. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up.
And listen, obviously, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on fourth down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time they weren't able to come up with it. Curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
And the Buckeyes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Run in the red zone, it's Ball. Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. They make the stop, but he got the one he needed and plenty more. It's 1st and goal.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
The Buckeyes have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to power it in. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain.
Well, the offense able to pick up some extra yards after that curl throw there. Because the QB got it to his guy early, he was able to turn around, make a guy miss, and go pick up some yak.
Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
It's a curious play call offensively to try to throw after that great gain on the ground to snap before. If you're winning in the trenches up front, keep it going. Let the big fellas go to work. I don't like the idea of throwing the ball there.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Singleton. Stumbled to the ground.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
Dropping back, it's Knight. Oh, they're after him. Trying to... It's a seam wide open. He goes out of bounds after picking up a few at the 35-yard line. Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Unleashes one deep. Almost intercepted. They took a shot on first down and just about turned the thing over.
And this offense is just, they've struggled to get in a rhythm. And I like they take a shot down the field. But interested to see how they can maybe get some easy completions for this quarterback and get him in a little bit of a rhythm.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And he's all bottled up, and now it's work. Nothing but green grass down the middle. Defense picks it up. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery.
Well, you always worry about turnovers in the first game, and for this young man, he's got to be able to turn the page. I know that was his first carry of the year. He puts it on the ground. That's the nightmare scenario, but you got to be able to wash that and flush it out. You got to be able to play the next play.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Back to pass. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Taking side adjustments here. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
They've converted twice on 4th down so far. Will they make it 3? He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. He'll do it himself. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. nice second down play. Looking for a man. It's St. Clair. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Caught in the backfield, it's Coleman. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And offenses nowadays, they're really just counting numbers. How many guys do you have out wide? How many guys do I have out wide? If I have enough guys to block your guys, boom, it's just built into the offense. Pitch, catch, let me get a few yards.
And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And I think that time he was trusting his pocket awareness and his arm a little bit too much. You've got to remember, you're one of the best athletes in the country playing the position. If you see a crease, you just got to take off and get it.
And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They'll give it to the back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Late in football games, I have a plan. I want to run the football. I want to put my quarterback in great situations if I do throw it. Low risk, keep that clock moving, get a few first downs. And if I get a few first downs with that clock moving, I get the W and get out of here.
They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Back to throw, it's St. Clair. Got a man. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
Nice job executing the 4-minute offense. You know, they practiced this throughout the week, having a lead late in the game, running plays to just get enough to get first downs to stay on the field, and they are executing this 4-minute offense to perfection.
He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Buckeyes! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
And man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Kane. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Looking downfield on first down. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Quarterback moving. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
He makes a catch. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
Well, trailing like they are right now in the fourth quarter, their execution offensively is just going to have to be at a premium.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
Well, quarterback went down behind center pretty quick that time, and it makes you wonder as a play caller, against this pass rush, do you start thinking about maybe rolling your quarterback out and changing the launch point?
Gets rid of it. Fires to the big fella. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. Auburn lines up quickly. Scanning the field, it's Knight. Here's a heat. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. A fresh set of downs after that fourth down conversion, but still the up-tempo as they get to the line quickly. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
With this situation in the game, trailing with not a lot of time left, I understand going to the sideline to try and save clock, but you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. Don't be afraid to use those. You can attack the middle of the field, use the timeouts to...
Wide open spaces. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
He stopped at the 5, but the completion sets him up with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Auburn.
Yeah, and that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Just under a minute and a half to play, and to have a shot, you got to believe they have to recover this onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. Comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. So we've got a tight spot here, David. They'd love to run out the clock, but all those timeouts staring at them.
Yeah, they got 3 timeouts on defense, but I know a first down ends this football game. So I got to get my guys physical, ready to roll.
Yeah, because you know this defense is going to be playing the run. They're going to be loading the box, trying to get tackles, using their timeouts to get the football back. So this is going to come down to who's better in the trenches.
Quarterback may change this route. Looking to throw at St. Clair. Fires to the middle. Wide open downfield.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Plows through the defense. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Second down, they'll go to the air. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And it's right down the boulevard. And now the lead is extended a little further. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. He's out of bounds at the 25-yard line, gets it right back to the touchback position, and the offense will take over. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. First play of the drive wants to throw. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
And I love the personnel group that the defense is in right now. With the lead late in the 2-minute situation, you're seeing extra DBs on the field. You know the offense is going to try and throw the football. So faster guys, good job that time getting to the ball, knocking it away, forcing the incompletion. You stay in this personnel grouping if you're on defense.
They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. Looking to throw, it's Knight. Using his feet to buy time. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. This quarterback desperately wants to make a jump play, but they're going to be deepest to deepest, widest to widest. He's got to be patient.
No doubt. Situational football is probably one of the most underrated, untalked about things, like understanding the situation.
Hauls it in, the first down and more. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle. Looking to throw on first down. He's going up top here late in the game. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Bringing it back. Made a defender miss.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. One more play to pad the stats. Going to sling it on second down. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. They went for it all, and it paid off with the score. And with the way he's throwing it right now, there are some big names at the top of that record list. J.T. Barrett, Dwayne Haskins, Justin Fields might be getting ready to move them down a notch.
And moving those guys down, that's a day. That's the day you dream about. That's the day where the ball's barely touching the ground, you're in a zone, and everything is going your way.